And we are back with some more great 2023 Seattle Snooker Open Championship. Got a great match here coming out of Group 3 with Dave Daly against Srikanth Popuri. And I'm joined by Carl Hancock all the way down there and in the Pocket Snooker Club. Carl, how are you doing?
Hey, doing great, Dave. Looking forward to this match coming up with Dave Daly and Srikanth Popuri.
Yeah. Some people like to call him Double D around these parts, but Dave being an Irish player, definitely, well, American now, but his roots go back to Ireland, so he's definitely got it in the blood, in the veins. So that might lean just a little bit towards Dave's advantage for this. But I've heard Sharink has improved quite a lot since he started playing here at Ox.
I had a chance to meet Dave earlier today in between matches and got to know him. And I know he's local here. He sounds like he's interested in coming down to one of our snooker orientation classes coming up. It'd be great to have him down there and help teach new players about just basic skills in snooker.
That was a nice red there. I don't know. Do you want to switch up Dave for Sharik there?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know much about Sharik, but I'm interested in seeing how this match develops right here.
Yeah, definitely a big match for both players. Like if Dave's able to win this one, it kind of puts him in the driver's seat. He'll have a 2-1 record in that group, and that really will be doing well for him to push him into the knockout phase. Whereas Sharink, he's lost his first match to Javier Venezuela, so he doesn't want to lose a second one. So a lot riding on this match. It's a best of 3. Round robin knockout round starts tomorrow with our 8 seeded players against the top 2 of each group. Will make up the other 8 for a final 16 as we whittle it down to one champion on Monday night here at Ox Billiards in Seattle, Washington.
It's going to be exciting because I know there's some really good players just today in this grouping right here. I'm looking forward to the finals, though.
Mm-hmm.
But each match is really good. Just watching how each game develops and how each player goes about their strategy for each match.
Yeah, it's a great way to learn the game being in the booth here. That's for sure. You can see a lot of what players do. You know, we see, obviously, you were there when watching Brady. You can see how he approaches the game, whereas a more novice player, you kind of wonder a little bit why a certain shot was taken.
Now, Dave has a challenging bridge over shot right here. He's got to really bridge over that whole group of reds there. That's trickier than what it looks.
And
he's on a red. He's on a good red here. And it works good. He just, really have a good eye for this shot. Nice shot.
And holds for the black nice. So using one of the more prettier implements, the swan, but actually kind of, if you look a little closer at it, it more looks like a slug.
Yeah, some kind of medieval torture device. I like swan. I think it's more fitting to snooker, though.
Yeah, a bit more elegance, you know. We're not talking about Canadian rock bands here. It's not Doug and the Slugs.
Right. Yeah, a lot of our players coming off a 10-foot table into the 12-foot table are introduced now to some of those rests, including the swan and the 8 and 10-foot cues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very long ones.
Yeah, we like to call them the redwoods in these parts of the country.
Dave's off to a good start here. He's got a little bit of a break going. Yeah, he's coming off a real challenging match he had before this. Some very tough shots, positional plays, snookers, things like that. That was a real kind of a grueling couple of matches he had with his last opponent. But he's off to a really good start with this game. He went for that and the cannon.
Yeah, got the nice breakout, but unfortunately, you need that black to find the bottom of the pocket to carry on.
Oh, yeah. See, if I attempted that shot, that's probably the same result I would get. Bring out the reds for the opponent and miss the black.
Yeah, Sharink needs to punish that mistake here. He's got a decent opener.
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't want to land right on the rail by the pocket there. It makes it more of a difficult shot coming off this color.
Yeah, and you don't have much of the cue ball to work with, so you're going to be hitting on top, and you got to be really accurate because you don't want to put any unwanted side when what can happen when you're cueing down on the ball like that.
Yeah, and you followed it right through. That's what you were just saying. You're only able to hit the top of the cue ball. When it hits its object ball, you're kind of left with topspin rolling forward. And if you don't get the angle that you want just right, you end up following it straight through like what happened on his cue ball right into the pocket.
Wow, nice long pot there by Dave.
Yeah. He's shooting really good this match from what I was watching his prior match here. He's got a really good start here.
Yeah, I know that Dave has a table of his own at his house, but I've been down here for a bunch of events, but I've never got the invite from Mr. Daly.
I was talking with Dave after his last match because, I wanted him to come down and participate in the snooker orientation class, and he said, well, I don't know, after that last match, you may not want me to come down now and teaching anybody. But he's doing really, really good here. And that's just it with snooker. Sometimes your game is up and you're shooting well, and sometimes it's just not. I've had those games where it just doesn't seem like the angles are right or anything's dropping, and then sometimes it just comes through and you're able to get some good runs.
Yeah, and it's a frustrating part because you're the same person, you're doing the same cue action as you think, and how can you be so drastically different from one day to the other? Was it peanut butter and strawberry jam against peanut butter and raspberry jam? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm as I study my own game, I can see just trying to figure out the throw of your cue action against the cue ball. If you're trying to put any English on it or not at all, you got to really adjust for any throw sometimes that comes off.
So this red a bit tricky, but if he's able to get it in, he's going to be rewarded nicely with a black.
Yeah, he's initially trying to use that cross rest, but it looks like he's switching up to something a little different there. Yeah, he's taking on a different red here. Oh, nice shot. See, I like what he did there. A lot of players, sometimes they see the initial open red and they get so fixated on that, they don't really look at other opportunities that might be better on the table. And that's what we just saw there. He initially looked at that red, kind of lined up for it, didn't like it. He switched up and took a different red and was successful potting that all the way down the table in the corner.
tough shot going from one side of the table to the other. So, and I don't know if he's left anything on there for Dave.
That's so hard when you are successful with a difficult red. You get on a good color and you miss the color. That is, it's a difficult situation.
It's just gonna.
I mean, it doesn't do any good, right? If you're just potting a bunch of 1 point reds, you got to get those colors down. I like those kind of shots. He saw that there was a potential plant there. Maybe not go, but well, if I don't make it, I'm going to have a good safety out of it anyway. That's a really good safety shot all the way down the corner there.
Well, once again, he hasn't left anything easy there for Dave. Dave does have a strong lead early in this first frame of a best of three, 30-3.
He has this attempt down in the corner. Those are difficult shots, and especially trying to come off the rail enough to get position on the black. Yeah, he missed it. Missed it in both areas. Not only missed the red, but missed an opportunity positionally on the black. That's actually not a bad shot to miss right there. He ended up with sort of a bonus right behind the black.
Very nice shot there done by Srikanth. It's applauded by Dave with a little tap on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Love with that blue. Did nicely. Oh.
Snooker 155 chimes in. He loves that swan neck rest there. The nice thing about that, you can adjust your cue up and down the height on that one. Not only does it do a really good job bridging over like a pack of balls, but you can kind of lift it up to lower the cue or lower the butt end to raise the cue. Kind of like that one.
Well, this might be a shot to nothing here with that red out there to the left of the bunch. You might have the angle to take it onto the top left pocket and kind of come around the back side of the black and shoot back up into bulk.
Mm. Oh, so close. This was a good attempt, though. He left it. Nice opening for Dave here. Nice touch.
Good opener, yeah. It's got an angle to come off the cushion with some top to disturb some of those reds. Ooh, it just didn't get the black though. He popped out a cherry. He was able to pick, but
Charlie Brown in the house.
Not a little bad opportunity here for Sirenk.
Yeah, he's looking at that angle probably off the blue there, wondering, does he take that or maybe coming around off the green maybe?
You put a little stone on that blue and it might just make the angle that he cannons into those reds.
Yeah, he's coming off the green. You can try it like that.
So this is
Oh, no, I actually took the brown. Well, I didn't really see his angle there, but that's sort of a surprising shot. Wanted to draw it straight back into the rail, but ended up unfortunate into the cannon into the yellow.
Just wonder if there's an angle if he took the left side. Gotta watch out for the double kiss though, but the left side of that red, come off the cushion and get behind that black. But it's dangerous because there's a chance of the double kiss.
Yeah, that was close. Actually, not a bad shot to miss right there. There's a sort of a bonus right there. It's going to be hard to bridge over that pink. He's got a little, he can see that red down in the bulk end, but it's a good, ended up with a really good safety right there. Yeah, that's a different, yeah, good cueing there. Controlled that. Came off pretty good on that one.
Players just kind of looking around for the referee, both giving an eye, not too sure if it's touching ball. Just trying to find someone impartial to see if this is in fact touching ball.
Called a touching ball.
It's a good angle right there, definitely to tell.
Yeah, he did not want to hit that black. He wanted to get behind the black. That's good safety, though.
No, it doesn't look like that.
Yeah, you notice why they're sort of keeping the cue ball down on this end of the table rather than trying to send it down to the bulk end, because you've got that open red all the way down to the bulk end. They don't want to send the cue ball down there. They can help it. Although he's going to hit that red, he'll get that red back up. Well, he might go for it. It's a difficult shot, but if he plays a safety, the idea is to keep the cue ball down to the bulk end and bring the red back up here. Yeah, nice. Oh, yeah.
Should be okay. But yeah, there was an opportunity. I'm surprised he didn't hit it with a bit more pace
Right.
and that angle to get behind the brown.
Yeah. Dave's putting that red right back in a safe position there. Good play.
So the number one qualifier from here at Ox Billiards is in the room, Charlie Brown. He'll be playing tomorrow, and that just lets you know how long the border lineup was. As I think he was tuning in on his way down, and now he's finally in the room. So if you are coming to see us from Canada, definitely make sure you give time for those border weights, unless you have that great Nexus card that can speed up the process.
Well, now we have the reds all over the table here. That was a play to just, I'm not sure if he was going for a plant there or not. I sort of missed what he was aiming at. But as a result, he missed. He didn't pot anything, but he did move the reds all around the table. It's not easy, though. Nothing's exactly on at this point. So they're going to probably play a few safeties before somebody has an opportunity on a red.
I wonder about that red by the pink, if he's tempted for that, or if he can even get by. Oh no, it's not there.
No.
Stuff from that bird's eye view, it looked like it possibly could have cut, but
Yeah.
now there's better camera angles. It's a no-go.
This is not an easy one. He's got to figure out, hitting his object ball a red, but leaving that cue ball in such a place where Dave does not have an on for a red here. A delicate placement right here. Oh, he did not want a double kiss on that red. That's why I'm saying it was a tricky shot, or how he's going to handle that one, and it ended up not as a result where he didn't want to have that double kiss on the red and leave that red right over the corner pocket for Dave here.
Yeah, the dreaded double kiss.
Yeah. So Dave's really he's probably going to look at the angle. He's got to figure out how does he come off that red now for a good color. He's got a long reach right here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, double kisses are only good in France.
Yeah.
Dave should have packed it his lifts in his kit bag today. Just make him a little bit taller or something like that. Just can't reach. Just as we were talking about, it's a game of inches and millimeters. He just needs a little bit surge more. Doesn't want to stretch. So,
he can use, probably the longer cue too. I know in our club we have those 8 foot and 10 foot cues. I mean, really long ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's trying to stay with his cue with an extension on it.
Correct. Yeah. There's obviously most rooms are equipped with those long rests and long cues.
You got another extension here.
A lot of the guys now, they have all the tricks in the bag. They have the extended rest, the mini butts, and stuff like that because they just want to stay with their traditional cue. They know the tip, they know the feel. As those house large cues can be a bit tricky sometimes. So,
nice shot there. Came back up right on the rail, but he's on the yellow at least. See if he has any other options than that.
Yeah, probably tidy up that yellow. Looks like there's a bit of an angle he could come off cushion and be on that red by the pink into the top left corner pocket. So just a little maintenance, getting all his gadgetry off the table.
Yeah, I wonder if that's straight in. He looks pretty straight on that yellow. He come off that real nice though.
A little shake of the head. I think he played it with too much pace, playing for that red by that pink, but he does have the red close to the middle.
If he can get this out of the way. Oh. Yeah.
Just he's going to have to add some pace just to stun this pink into the middle, just to hold for the red by the pink spot.
Oh, yeah. Those are hitting the far jaw in that side pocket. Tough shot.
And these are tight side pockets, that's for sure. So you just have to be extremely accurate. Obviously, when you hit it slower, there's always that chance you're giving the pocket to swallow it up. But if you just hit those jaws on a slow pot, it might rattle in jaws and just sit there for your opponents. So.
Oh, nice shot by Srikanth here. Good control on that shot. Did a good line on it. Now he's got some open colors here, but the reds are kind of spread out, so he needs to move that cue ball in good position after this shot for one of these reds.
He's leaving himself a blind cut here. His cue ball is going to be traveling if he takes it on, but he might have an angle to come off the top cushion and just get behind that black for the snooker.
yeah, he went for that. You're right. Yeah, he was trying for it. Real close, though.
Just a little pacey. A little adrenaline maybe from that beautiful red and brown.
So Dave has another opportunity here on an open red into the side pocket. Yeah, nice shot. He's taking his blue on here into the side pocket, looks like. Oh, yeah. That's so hard on these type of tables. A lot of times that position right there, you end up having to cut a lot more than you think you do. That's a hard one to make adjustments for. Very easy to hit too thick.
And I know Manik Rana is looking for just an update. There you have it. So some of these matches are still in session, though. I believe actually that 2 and 3 match of Group 4, Daniel took that one. So he's 2-0. Alex is 2-1. Should be punching his card into tomorrow's groups or round robin, or not round robin, knockout stage. My apologies. A little bit of jet lag coming down from Vancouver. And maybe if we have an update on the Brady Golan and Francis Chow. I know they're off that table. And Brady took that one 2-0. So Brady has gone undefeated in his group stage, so he's into the knockout phase. But anybody that knows Brady and how he plays, that was pretty much, I would say, a given. So there's 23 in it and 43 on the table. So I think we're probably going to be getting down to the colors as we usually do on a lot of these matches. Tried the old parachute shot, but didn't really work out too well.
Dave has another opportunity here. He's got to stretch over this one. It's kind of a long pot. See if he can get position perhaps on the blue. Yeah.
Great camera angle there.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. If he does go for the blue, he does have some difficult cueing right over the black, though, but he's taking on something else. Easier bridge, even though it's a longer shot.
And just buying for the snooker. Don't think he has it, but
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, I probably didn't want to flirt much with that black ball. It's in a safe position in Srikanth, so if I'm going to have to need that if he wants to win this frame.
Yeah. He's okay, though. Left it safe.
Now this is a judgment of pace. If Dave just taps the left side of that red and gets behind the blue, but I'm not going to opt for that.
He's trying to get that bulk of colors in between, the red and the cue ball, but just missed it.
Yeah, he's leaving an opening. This is definitely potable.
Yeah.
Drag shot.
don't know what did you notice that long pause before he executed his shot? Is that hesitation? I'm not sure what he was doing there. I wondered if he was trying to pull it back behind the colors, but I don't think that was exactly the result he was going for there.
I think he might have been as he was kind of down on the shot and then coming through was kind of in between shots, and that was the result there.
Yeah, you just got to remind yourself to whatever shot you're going to do, commit to that shot, have good follow through.
Mm-hmm. They've had the idea there, just needs a bit more pace.
Yeah, there's a long opportunity here. Well, he's okay. He went for it.
Is Dave going to risk this long pot on, traveling like the full length of the table here? This is going to be a good effort for the snooker.
Yeah, it looks like he can thread it between the pink and the green there.
True, just barely. It looks tight. He's able to get on the left side of the red. He's got a good chance to leave Dave in a snooker himself.
Oh, good effort here. Oh, he got helped by bouncing off the jaw there. I think he's got the snooker. It's close. No, I think Dave might be able to just clip that red. He's going for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky from our camera vantage points. The player, when they're done on the shot, they'll know where it's going before we do.
Yeah, when you get down to the stage of one red ball left, it's a good stage of the game to look for those snooker opportunities. That's why they want to create as much distance between the red and the cue ball at this point, so opponent doesn't have opportunity to move that red out of the way and somehow get behind a color. He went for that. I think
the horn has helped him.
Yeah.
Srikanth getting a little horny helper over there. Oh, this is the theory we've been practicing and promoting, referee DeSanti, right there. Just using that ball marker just to mark exactly where the ball is, just in case there needs to be a respot after this attempt. And this round robin foul attempts are 3 attempts, 2 putbacks, but Dave makes good on his first attempt. We don't need to employ respots, and he's put that cue ball nicely onto the vault cushion.
So you guys are high tech up here. You use that fancy chalk pencil to mark the spot. See, in my day, we just pull out a dime or something and, mark the ball and shoot from there.
True. That's, I think, how it started.
Yeah.
There was that old saying, is that shot dime worthy? So. I think Dave could have a shot to nothing here. I'll look to take on the red to the top left middle, come off 2 cushions and come back into the bulk area. Even have an angle to get behind the brown and pink, or brown and yellow. Just got to be worried about cueing over those bulk colors. I didn't want to cannon into that pink though.
Options here.
True, it's a tight cut, that's for sure. Looks for the double.
Double, yeah. Interesting. Well,
I think you might have a little bit of a pool background there. Most snooker players probably would have taken on the cut, where the pool player is more proficient in bank shots. I think Dave got a little lucky there. That's a Cut.
On those long safety shots, you really still have to kind of knuckle down and really focus on the angle you want. Not just to sort of hit the ball. You really got to concentrate on each shot. Still get the angle as though you were trying to pot it.
Now he's put that blue to the side. That's not going to help him either. So,
oh, that's good. Look at this. Oh, if you can run out a little bit.
Just coming into that brown.
Yeah.
That red ball, so could have been a lot disastrous for Shrink, but yeah, trailing by 24 right now. That blue on that cushion is definitely going to need to come out if Shrink wants an opportunity to win this first frame. Always the important one. State your mark early that you came to play, take a 1 frame advantage and a best of 3. Decent effort by Dave, who's trying to get behind that brown, but just didn't have any kiss on it, so.
No, wonderful pot. Just stay out of that pocket. Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, that was a great long pot right there. He's got another difficult shot right here. He really needs ideally a high valued color off of this red, because if he's playing catch up here, he's got a continuous break, but he needs some numbers right here.
True, or a pretty fiendish snooker, so I'm rolling up just behind the brown.
No, he went for the pink. Oh, nice. That's what he needed. High value 6-point color right there.
Yeah, now Dave needs a few more. We'll need the yellow and green to take the frames. There's a 17-point difference in it.
Oh, Shrink. Yeah, he went for that one and bounced right back off the jaw of that side pocket.
Mm-hmm. He was having luck with those horns before, but now they've come to bite him. So
yeah, it leaves Dave in a great opportunity here, not only for the yellow, but could have good position off the green and the brown, all right there. Yeah, this could be the end of the match right here if he can pot, the rest of these, the green and the brown. Yeah,
that was his frame ball.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice control. Yeah.
Dave's just making sure of it now. Can kind of almost just try and roll this over the top right corner pocket.
Yeah, that's all right.
Maybe we give it a pace, so. There's 26 in it, and there's 18 on the table, so Shrink not completely out of it. Does need 2 snookers. Black's not in a bad spot. If you can find the shot just to sneak yourself behind there. Maybe with some top right-hand siding. Might be able to go into that blue, and then with the siding come off the cushion and rebound towards the black.
Yeah, he's got a good line right here. You just hold, might have been a little too hard. He's going past the pink. Still good safety, but not for the snooker. leaves Dave in a good position because he can take on those risky shots, trying to make them. Doesn't matter necessarily where the 5 ball ends up, even if it's over a pocket. But he's got to be careful not to leave Shrink with a snooker opportunity here, because that's what he's after. He's got to gain some points through snookers. Oh, that's what he went for. He's trying to come around that corner. Didn't quite catch it right.
Yeah, now Dave has an opportunity with that black. Probably might come right side and come off a couple of cushions, just maybe in the area of that black.
Now, this is obviously a potable blue, but Shrink doesn't want to make this shot. He's trying to figure out the best way to come off of there. With the black sort of tied up on the rail, it only sort of leaves the pink as a snooker opportunity. Oh, he doesn't want to make it here. That's good. Yeah, that was difficult trying to figure out coming off of that one. Oh, that's it. Oh, right there.
How did that no go in? Just curved at the end. So
that's a really great shot for Dave as far as a miss, because Shrink, he's really not wanting to pot this blue, but he might not. He's got to hit it, and it's probably going to go in, and he doesn't want it to go in. Yeah, well. So now his snooker opportunities are, drastically reduced. I'm not sure what much of a chance. A lot of players would forfeit the game at this point, but he's hanging on for some hope here. I'm not sure what it is, but he's trying.
Sure. Yeah, the difference is 21.
Well, with that black ball right up against the rail there, it's really hard to get the black ball somehow between the cue ball and the pink.
Yeah, when it was just off the rail a few moments ago, that was much more inviting opportunity for a snooker, where this one obviously is, but you've just got to be even that more precise. So I think Dave's just going to slowly try and roll this into the top left.
Yeah, nice shot.
That with pace.
Well, yeah, don't scratch.
No kidding. No kidding.
No, he's all right.
So that's a concession there. So
yeah.
Dave Daly takes this first frame by a score of 52-25. And we'll be right back with frame 2 of this round robin match. And we're back here in frame 2 of a round robin match. We're getting pretty close to the end of the round robin day, that's for sure. These matches actually, there hasn't been really tie-ups. There's been like some good breaking back and forth, and if you're going to foul, if you're going to commit 4 points, that's probably the best way to possibly do it. So a little unlucky there for Shrink off the break, but hasn't really left Dave with really much to sink his teeth into. It's David Burney in the booth. We're here at Ox Billiards in Seattle, Washington for the 2023 Seattle Snooker Open Championship. It's day 1, round robin matches, trying to find out who will be the Elite 8 to join the 8th qualified players in the round of 16 that will start tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm led to believe. If any chimes change, definitely will be posted up online, but that's where we're looking to go. So there's still lots of great snooker action coming to you all weekend long. Tomorrow we'll have the round of 16 and the quarterfinals, and then leading up to Championship Monday with the semifinals and finals. And it's interesting. I was actually Mike Dominguez, co-tournament director and organizer of Ox Billiards, of why he chose to have the finish on a Monday. I thought maybe he was trying to give a nod to our friends in England, because the World Championship of Snooker is always on a bank holiday Monday. But he just felt, actually it's a little bit better. The Friday, the out-of-town players kind of come in. They can get onto the table and hang out. And then the action can start Saturday, Sunday. And then, there's going to be 4 players playing on Championship Monday. So some players may be able to get back home quickly on Sunday if they do make an exit, and get back to their paying job. As we're all amateurs here. We're doing it for the love. And Carl is back in the booth.
That was a nice shot by Shrink. Very thin cut. Got some help off, cannoning off the other red to give him good positioning here on the black.
That's black is in a nice spot to pot, but unfortunately it's covered up. It's a difficult game with only 6 pockets available. Now it's even more with 5. Do let us know where you're tuning in. We have the stream on Ox Billiards. It's out there on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. If you have any comments or questions. Actually, I'm with Carl, who has just opened up a new club in the Rochester area of Washington State called In the Pocket Snooker Club. So if you have any questions or how to get into that room, Carl is the man here in the booth. You can ask away.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun putting together the club. I mean, there's the obvious, bringing in the tables, but we had to completely remodel this venue all the way down to the stud. So everything from the framework on out, we put in had all new wiring, insulation, sheetrock, paint, all of that, flooring. But I also brought in some nice artwork that I ordered from some of our vendors in England. Some of these things you can only get from the UK.
Cool. Hey, you can reach out to me, Carl. I've got a few things. You need some photos?
Well, could, yeah.
All right. I got witnesses on the stream here. So,
well, one of the things I sort of feel kind of bad about at this point is I have what I call the professionals wall. So I have some pictures of, top ranked professionals, very, very familiar people that you would know in the snooker world, but they sort of happen to be all men right now. I need some women professional photos, nice framed bio pictures that we can put up there as well and display, in the club. So if anybody knows of a good source,
we'll talk after this. All
right,
that'd be great. I was able to bring out my great Pentex K1000 35 millimeter film. Took some photos when the World's Women's Snooker U.S. Open was here at Ox. So, yeah, when our work day is done, let's chat, and I can show you some of the photos.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm really happy. I got a couple of signed cues. One from Stephen Henry as well. So I think if you go on our website and look at photos, you can kind of zoom in on those. Those are really nice wall art pieces. It's all part of making that snooker theme, because we're a smaller venue and we only have snooker tables. So we don't have any pool tables or anything like that. So everything we do is all about snooker.
It's a good room. Sounds like a good room. I like it.
It's my new happy place.
Yeah. It's the same. All the logos are roughly that size. Sure.
Yeah, I left my wife in charge down there. She's there letting players into the club right now, guests, that don't have memberships yet, but they come in and just do the day access fee, and they just, go in and play, and that works pretty good.
Mike. Tomorrow? Oh, I gotta check.
Yeah, he's got that opportunity right in the side. Nice shot. So once again, Dave has some opportunities here for an open break. Oh, yeah, he went for a kind of extreme cut into the side. Difficult shot. Even if he made it, he didn't leave the cue ball where he wanted it. He didn't want to cannon in any of those colors down in the bulkhead. He was hoping to. I'm very familiar with shots like that. You think one thing in your mind, and sometimes it's a different reality. But what he was hoping to do is cut that blue into the side, come off the bulk rail, and back down to the reds. But he just got too much. Just hit that too thin, and sent the cue ball on a different angle and canned in the other colors. So.
Yeah, so this red's on to the top left, but colors to be desirable. So maybe he might take this long red, try it into the yellow pocket.
Yeah, I think you're right there. So even though that one is available to the lower left corner, he doesn't really have much to come off of in a color. A good choice there. Nice pot to the yellow corner.
I just wanted to pull up just to have an angle on that green, but
really straight. He's going really low. He's going to try to screw back off that green. Come back down.
Oh, very nice, Dave. He's doing what you need to do. Insider tip: you can only win this game if you're at the table. You can't. I've never seen a player win while they're sitting down.
You got to stay on the table as long as you can. Keep that break going. He had a really difficult cut, but that was a good one to go for because he had the right line. If he missed, you notice where he ended up. He ended back down to the ball corner. So sometimes you can take a risk on tough shots if you know that you've got a good line to end up in a safety.
And it does help a little bit, obviously, that both these players know each other, so they probably know a little bit about the ability of each other. So would Dave be taking as many risky shots over another player? I doubt it, but knows maybe Srikanth isn't as strong a player he is, so maybe he can play a little bit more risky shots, but we have seen that bite players before, so he can't be too arrogant.
Yeah. It's one of those, you're right. It's one of those things you have to know. I try to think about that if I'm taking on shots. If I miss, where am I going to leave the cue ball? Maybe that's not the best thing to think about. You want to think about, positive, visualizing making that shot. But it's always good to have a thought that if you take on a risky shot, you certainly don't want to leave it, leave a good shot opportunity for your opponent.
It is kind of that, there's about balancing that. You take on that one red, if you know, okay, if I miss that, it's going to be probably a pretty easy shot for my opponent. Now I can take that other red, and it's going to be tough for my opponent if I miss. But both reds you want to make, but you lean
Right.
more to the latter,
Right.
because you know it's going to be a successful miss, I guess we could say, or
Well, when we were watching, for instance, Brady earlier playing, one of the things I really liked about him and some of the differences you'll see at different levels, skill levels of players, he's really good at identifying which balls he tries to take on to pot, which balls he plays more of a safety. Very patient, very smooth that way.
nice shot there by Dave. Played it with pace because he wanted to draw back for that red. And as you saw on our angle there, that was a tough angle. Shouldn't be too bad for a right-hander.
Well, he's got to use the rest here. He may have wanted to come back even a little bit more, but so he can bridge without using a rest. But here he's got a long stretch for this shot.
Yeah, we were talking last frame about shoes and seeing if Daly could find lifts to just be a little bit more taller now. I wonder if there's ever been a player that has purchased clown shoes or anything like that are really a size too big. Because, you know, a legal shot is, even if you have your tippy toe on the floor, it's a legal shot. But who's to know if it's your actual toe if you have big, long shoes? So,
Well, you know, I spent about 11 years promoting organized tournament, arm wrestling tournaments throughout the West Coast here in the United States, and put on over 200 tournaments. And sometimes we'd have contestants come up with these really high lift heel shoes, the soles and everything. You had like 6 inches on them. They had them custom built to get more height up on the table. But we'd also have a stand that they can stand up on as well. I haven't seen that yet here, any custom, high built up sole shoes here in the sport of snooker, but I can see where it might come in handy.
well, Ken Doherty, 1997 world champion, a fellow Irishman to Dave over there. When he was starting off, he would be playing on the table, and there was a biscuit tin that he would stand on top and knock balls around. So, just getting into the game. And Stephen Wong, hello, and thank you for all the good luck to all the players. Stephen was the U.S. national champion of this year, or I guess of last year. There'll be maybe a new champion this year. We'll see what happens, Stephen. He'll definitely be wanting to stop that, but he won the title last year right here at Ox back on the Labor Day weekend. He defeated Ray Fung, and he is located down in Los Angeles at Embassy Billiards. One question is, Stephen, why didn't you come a little northbound? We're missing you up here. We wish you could be in this tournament. And hopefully we can see you again, because I believe that the U.S. Nationals has been awarded to your club, Embassy Billiards, down there in Los Angeles. So snooker is going Hollywood this year.
Nice. One thing I noticed between the two different sports in tournament arm wrestling and snooker is really the camaraderie with the athletes. They can be competitors on the table, but off the table you see that they're talking to each other, nice to each other, talk about their games and those kinds of things. And arm wrestling is quite a bit more intense than snooker, because you have a lot of adrenaline, a lot of energy just exploding right off the table, and there's some fierceness on the table. But you notice those guys when they're done, they're hugging each other, and they're, it's all good. So, snooker, I just like the feel of that. It's great to go up. I've talked with several of the players here while I'm here, and they're very open, very welcoming, talk about different things, and it's nice to get to know them.
True. We're going back to La La Land over there in Los Angeles. So this is the big question I have for our viewership and for you, Carl. I like to ask it of many people. Who's the winner of this snooker match? Lee Marvin or Jack Palance?
I have no idea. You just never know on any given day.
True. Like it's early in the tournament. I think we could still see potentially some upsets in the knockout round.
You know, I've played matches where, you play a match and it just so happens where, the cue ball ends up in a place you don't really have a good shot. You're left with trying to play safeties and everything, and your opponent gets the opening and gets, the bigger breaks. And it just goes like that sometimes. Oh, there's a nice shot directly into the side pocket by Dave there.
Yeah, just ran a little bit far. Wouldn't mind it pulled up a little bit. That might be these beautiful star tables here with the strawn cloth on its heated tables. So it's interesting how just with a little extra heat, that ball runs just a bit more.
Yeah. Okay, here's another safety attempt coming right off there. Missed a pink, which is really good. Down to the Balkan.
Kind of interesting that he broke them out. I'm surprised he didn't play a safe off those reds there in the open, or maybe a shot to nothing.
Oh, nice shot by Dave right there. It's sort of an unfortunate leave. It's kind of hard. He does have a cut opportunity on the blue in the corner. But he's going to push him. Well, he's got to watch the pace here to get back down on the red. He doesn't want to go all the way to the Balkan, or if he does, he wants to come all the way down. Yeah, nice control. That's the challenge with that shot. He's way kind of far to the next reds there.
Yes, with that thin cut, he's definitely losing control of the cue ball.
Yeah.
But he might have. Now, does this red by the black? It does pass to go into the top left pocket. Now, just wondering if this cue ball can run around a little bit and avoid any cannons. Play it as a shot to nothing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he wanted a little bit more pace on that, I think.
36 in it, 59 on the table. It's the second frame. It's a best of three.
So Shrink is coming around here. He's got kind of a stretch on his shot. Nice. Yeah, he's holding.
Just need to pull up again.
Yeah, he moves from being able to bridge to using a rest at this point, probably. Well, he might get it, But that's it. Yeah. But he's looking at his other options at this point. What I like about his style of play, he'll look at different options and he's making sure he's checking out what options he has on the table, and he's okay to take on even a little more difficult shot if he thinks he's going to get the possibility of potting the ball, or maybe even a better position if he misses.
Sure, so looking at the scoreboard in the room, and it actually is 44-3. So 41 points in it with 43 on the table. So Dave just needs one more red. Or actually 51 on the table, so he needs a couple more reds. My apologies.
You see, Shrink is sort of struggling with his game here. He's got to produce. It's easier said than done. I get that, and it just depends on what opportunities you have. He's had some opportunities, but it's hard, with tournament jitters that sort of set in and be on your game. I'm sure he's like a lot of snooker players. You think, I actually play better when I'm practicing. I know I can make those shots better, and then you try to do the same shot in a tournament format, and it becomes a lot more difficult.
Well, as our good friend Ross Brown says, I make every shot in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm familiar with saying, I saw that going differently in my mind than what had actually happened. So it's.
He's just going to roll up to that black.
Yep. He had
not bad. Could have been better, could have been worse.
Well, he had a good snooker opportunity there, and he took it. Mm-hmm. It's that's considered a good shot in snooker. even though he didn't pot a ball, he had a good shot, good placement. Shrink really has to think about, these two reds are spread out pretty well. It's harder to hit a single red than a pack of reds. So when you get down to this part of the game, snooker opportunities are really good and potentially successful because you have a much harder target to hit a single red ball.
It's interesting that Dave was asking for the ball to be marked, but if there is a foul here, that would result in a 46-point difference with 43 on the table.
Yeah, he fouled there, but he should have the line adjustment here to possibly hit it next time if he takes another opportunity.
I don't think he can put him back. Did he hit the black? He might have hit the black on that, so it's tough to tell because there's a lot of people getting close to that. So a 7-point foul. So now snooker's required. Dave cannot put him back. He can really done and dust him if he puts this red into the side.
Oh, he missed that. Well, as we saw last game, Shrink stayed in it, even though, most players might have conceded at that point. So he's still trying to do that. And sometimes he might think not necessarily trying to come back for a win, but trying to get a feel for the end game that way.
Yeah, he's got a good shot to draw back for that black.
Yeah, he's just missing too many shots here. The ones that are critical, the ones that he really needs. But he's in a good position right here. He didn't really leave Dave with an easy shot, although he does have an opportunity. He went for a good safety. Stranger things have happened on that snooker table. You just never know. But there's some good points there.
Yeah, there's a few balls that he can lay some decent snookers on.
Oh, he went for that one. Okay.
Oh, he's left a double for Dave here. Oh, maybe Dave just looked a little earlier. Tell your youngsters, your newcomers, listen for that double to go in. Don't look at it. Just so it keeps your head straight on the shot and just listen for that jingle of the netting. He's got the snooker.
Okay, so here is his first snooker opportunity, and it's up to Dave to, find a way to escape out of this snooker, hit a red ball. That's a difficult one. There's no natural, easy line here. Come around. He's checking out all of his options at this point, but this is again, he's basically down to trying to go after. He's going after the one down by the corner.
It's looking
That's
good.
An opportunity. He just missed it. Yeah. Okay.
Tough part is these reds are up in the bulk area, and Shrink definitely needs blacks with those reds. I didn't get either of them. Well, they might have got the one near the green pocket, but this red is open and potentially potable.
Oh, that's a nice touch. See where he ends up here. Oh. Bad. You can see it. This is a tricky one though. Try not to scratch into the yellow corner. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, interesting how momentum could change here. Is Dave so far ahead, feeling that he should be finished this frame, have his match won, 2 wins to the good, should be able to go home and get some nice rest and dinner before tomorrow's knockout round. But this goes longer and longer. See the momentum turn to his opponent. So
it's surprising how many snooker matches are determined by a run on the remaining colors. Because now you're into higher point values, and that can really make a difference when you are, have some open colors when all the reds are potted and have opportunity to run those out. Okay, good leave on the black rail here. Get the red all the way down to the bulk rail. So it's a nice safety right there. And Dave's looking at that red by the corner. He's going to try to cut it in close to the green. Well, that was a tricky shot. Very, very fine threaded shot. Come close to potting that one.
but with a 45-point advantage, not the end of the world.
No.
But Shrink, just needs one snooker and then take the last 2 reds with blacks. And then run the table after that to take us to a decider. So, no big deal. It's very easy to do up here in the booth. But on the table, it's a much different story.
This is a tricky one, trying to get the cue ball away from these 2 reds without pushing the other red down. He's got to bounce off there, come down. Yeah, nice. Nicely handled. Yeah, he's blocked the red by the corner there. So Dave just has the red by the bulk end. I like double kissed, but
so you have the angle on this red near the brown into the. Looks like he does. The natural angle is going to take him down for the black. It's obviously a little bit pesky because you have that brown there, but obviously maybe looking for the red into the yellow, and he's going to have to take up a lot of real estate and come up and down the table.
yeah, obviously his objective is to miss. He doesn't want to pot a red ball here, but it's really tricky trying to come off the red in such a way to where he doesn't leave Dave with a good shot. Very difficult to try to snooker on any color at this point. So he's just got to focus and make sure he just comes off and has a good safety here. A lot of times when somebody tuning in, if they're not familiar with snooker, they look at a shot like this and say, well, what, he should have made that. Well, sometimes they don't understand he's not trying to make it. He's actually, trying to miss it so he can come off for a safety. Part of the strategies of snooker is one of the aspects of this sport that I really enjoy watching, people who are really good at this part of the game. And for new players coming in, it's sometimes it's not part of the game that is practiced enough. We get into routines where we're potting balls a lot, but not necessarily routines on practicing how to, pull up and do snookers and safeties and things like that. They just sort of kind of happen in the course of the game. Now he chose to pot this red. So he needs position on a high value color. So he came down for the black. So that's okay because he needs this anyway at some point of the game. So he did choose to pot the red, which is a good opportunity to do so. He because sometimes you think, well, I'm not going to get a good safety off that, so I might as well go ahead and pot the red. As long as I can come down, like you alluded to earlier, Dave, he needs a high value color here. He got good position on the black at this point. So he needs his black though. Yeah, that's unfortunate because it takes 7 points off 7-point opportunity by potting that red and missing the black. He just is further away from being able to catch up at this point. Yeah, there's another red down, so it's looking really good for Dave to tie this match up. Put this away. You can just sort of relax into potting some more colors here.
Oh, there's the concession right there.
Yeah.
So handshakes all around. So Dave Daly is looking promising. He's got 2 wins to 1. So I think we'll be seeing him in the knockout round tomorrow. Srikanth Popuri. He might be going home soon, but he's got one more match to play against J Ma. But J Ma has won a match there. So Sharik's back is going to be up against it, but we'll step aside for a few moments. Thank you, Carl, for being in the booth.
Thank you, Dave. It was great. Love watching these matches.
And we'll be back with another match in a few moments. Take care, everybody.